I'm on the record as being a Patrick Mahomes guy.
Everybody knows. The guy, Sports Illustrated, everybody knows I'm a Mahomes guy. So it doesn't pain me to say right now the Chiefs, I'm going to keep it to the AFC, the Chiefs should be the favorite in the AFC.
But who's the best team?
I'm not ready to say they are. I believe in them as far as consistency more than the Bills. All right? But the Bills, call me old-fashioned. I don't know. Call me crazy. But head-to-head matchups kind of matter to me. And the Bills went into their building and took their lunch money. Beat them 24-20 in their building. And I'm throwing another team up there, too. I think now the AFC has 3 teams at the top tier. I'll give you, Nick, Chiefs would be one.
Yeah. Okay.
Slightly. Yeah. But Buffalo and Miami is up
Wait a
there
second.
now.
And we're going to talk about Miami in a second. Yeah. But if head-to-head matchups matter so much, why do you not have up there with them with the 6-3 Bills, the 6-3 Jets, who beat the Bills head-to-head? I'm confused by that, but it doesn't matter. I don't want to talk about the Bills anymore. I don't actually. I would like to talk about the Chiefs. I've waited 48 minutes and 42 seconds to talk about Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
All right, let's hear it.
So, he's now number 1 in the league in yards. Yeah. He's number 1 in touchdowns by such a wide margin, it's laughable. He has as many passing touchdowns as 2 future first-ballot Hall of Famers. As many passing combined as Tom Brady and the Prince that was promised combined this year. They have 25 passing touchdowns.
You had me until that
They are the highest-scoring team in the league. If they win Sunday, they clinch the division with a month and a half to go.
Yeah, that's weird.
And then there's this. James? Yeah. Did you see a former first-round pick, guy that was called a poor man's Tyreek Hill coming out of college, that had scored no NFL touchdowns, that all of a sudden you put him with Patrick Mahomes, sprinkle a little Andy Reid fairy dust on him, and my guy is playing skip it into the end zone. Oh, my goodness gracious. Get up and get it, young man. Almost scoring again. Oh, jet sweep, Kadarius Toney. Is this... So now do they have, I don't want to say this, but Tyreek Hill who? My goodness gracious.
You can't say that. I think it's a crazy statement, but you can't say that. But for me, right, I think we're forgetting about somebody in the AFC. And I know it sounds crazy because they blew a couple big leads. Okay. But you got to stop disrespecting the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Action Jackson. They are a team that can beat the Buffalo Bills, can beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and then you just add Roquan Smith, a big-time playmaker on that defense, and they should have blew the Buffalo Bills out, gave up that fourth-quarter lead. They should have beat the Miami Dolphins, gave up that fourth-quarter lead. This team right here, finishing ball games, is going to be a problem in the AFC. I like Lamar Action Jackson coming out of the AFC.
I like
that addition on the defense.
So you got Baltimore versus Green Bay in the Super Bowl.
I wish I had go get it, so I'll give you some.
I picked Green Bay preseason.
All right, let's head down to Miami. Another day, another win for Tua. Goes for 285, 3 touchdowns, and a 39-17 beatdown of the Browns. Brew, this is your guy. Did Tua's MVP stock rise yesterday?
Do I even have to answer this? I mean, I was the Tua guy on this show. Y'all tried to make me the Russ guy.
No,
the
you
Jimmy
were
G
no.
guy.
We didn't
I've been the Tua guy.
Hold on. Stop.
Jimmy G wins. I'll just admit that.
Brew, I specifically said 5.5 hours ago, let's make sure we talk the Dolphins because Brew did believe in Tua, and I wanted to remind America.
Thank you, Nick.
But if you are now going to try to pretend you were not in a blood feud with me about Russell Wilson, and you were not, you had a lot of guys.
Get back on Tua.
Just stay on Tua.
Yeah.
Just stay on Tua.
I'll stay on Tua. I mean, we'll get to Russ at some
Never,
point.
because that's not relevant.
Next year, when he's got a new coach next year.
Yeah.
Tua, come on, he's in the MVP conversation.
Gotta be.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, Mahomes is number 1. Mahomes is the front runner. But Tua is right there. Obviously, Micah Parsons dropped down. Geno dropped down. Tua is
Josh
right
Allen fell
there.
off entirely.
Josh Allen, he's out. He's on the periphery, all right? Tua, yesterday, 135 passer rating, 3 touchdowns. His completion percentage, his accuracy, and now they've got a running game with Jeff Wilson Jr., Raheem Mostert. They look good running the football yesterday. So 7-0, James, when Tua starts or finishes a game.
Tua's playing special football.
And when he starts and finishes, Nick, They average 29 points a game, just right beneath
that's almost as good as the
Miami,
Chiefs.
or right beneath the Chiefs. 1 point beneath the Chiefs.
Yeah, you got to put them up in
Tua's
there in that MVP conversation. And the reason why is I've played with some quarterbacks that has a bunch of good receivers, right? But if you're not a superstar quarterback like the Aaron Rodgers and the Patrick Mahomes, like you say, you just get Tony and automatically he looks like a superstar because you can't get everybody involved. Tua is spinning this ball to everybody on that offense. He's not just zoomed in on Tyreek Hill.
Right.
He's throwing to his tight end. He's throwing to Waddle. He's getting the ball out of the backfield to his running backs. He is making it look extremely easy when he steps on that football field, and he's showing it with the record and the way he's playing. Yes, it is very, very close between Patrick Mahomes and Tua right now for that MVP race.
And I think Patrick Mahomes is going to keep on playing great. And Tua,
you think he's going to fall off? You wrong.
winter is coming.
Wishful thinking.
Can we hit the music?
Just because of the Patriots.
Let's hit the wintry music. Oh, the holidays are coming early. And it's good news for everybody in the AFC East. But bad news for Tua and the Dolphins. Can we show the graphic on how the Dolphins play when it's below 40 degrees? Oh my goodness, it's 0-7.
Is
Granted,
that
this
with
goes
Tua?
back if you're some of these games with Tua.
Bob Greasy.
But you know what? You need
Dan
to run the
Marino.
ball. Can the Bills run the ball? The answer is yes. Do the New England Patriots run the ball? The answer is yes. And when you have to go to Buffalo week 15 and gut out a game when Tyreek Hill can't just run unencumbered through the snowflakes,
Tyreek Hill
not
coming out
going
of
to
the
work.
cold, brother.
Oh, Jalen. I know
Driving out
Jalen
of
Waddle's
the
name is the
cold, man.
Penguin, but I don't think he's going to be that successful in the cold. So I believe in
That's
Patrick
the
Mahomes.
Patriots,
I do
man.
not believe in Tua and the Dolphins.
Tyreek
Once it
Hill
gets
is
to
Tyreek
Hill,
Hill in the heat or
Okay,
the cold.
Tyreek has been unbelievable. However, Tyreek's MVP case took a hit yesterday for two reasons. One is he fell off the pace to break the single-season receiving yards record in 16 games.
You think he
He's
needs
still,
that?
I think for Tyreek to win league MVP, the only
Receivers,
chance
we
he
gotta
has is he has to have 2,000 yards. He has to have the greatest in the conversation for greatest receiving season ever. And he needs 130 yards a game for that, and he had
44 yards.
Yeah, he didn't have a monster game. So that hurts him. The other thing that hurts Tyreek is, after yesterday, you know what a conversation is? Who's the best receiver in football this year? That's a conversation again because of what Justin Jefferson did. And so if there's for him to have Tyreek to have any chance, he has to be clearly the best receiver this year, maybe the best season ever, and even then he probably wasn't going to have a real shot. What is frustrating to me about this conversation, and this has happened, we saw this happen with Michael Jordan, we saw it happen with LeBron James, but it was after they had won a bunch of MVPs that we did it to them. Mahomes is there every week, and then we pick the next guy that's neck to him or past him. We did it 2 years ago when the Chiefs were 14-1 when Mahomes played, and he finished third in MVP voting because he didn't play at the end of the year, and all of a sudden Rodgers and Allen jumped him. Last year, Mahomes wasn't an MVP caliber guy statistically. This year, the answer's been Mahomes all year. They have the number one offense. I
don't know about
Not
it.
over
Is
Josh
now
Allen
for
all
sure.
year.
I don't know about all year.
Okay, well, all right, that's fine. I mean, more yards, more
Allen's
touchdowns, and Josh Allen's now out of it. My point is, the right answer to the MVP question is, unless Mahomes gets hurt or goes through in a tailspin, there is no MVP debate. It's him. But because we have to elevate someone alongside him, the moment Josh Allen falls down, Tua comes up. And then if Tua has a bad stretch, it'll be Jalen Hurts. And it'll be Mahomes here the whole time, and then someone else that we decide is the flavor of the month.
I hear
That's
what you're
a little
saying, but if
frustrating.
Tua keep throwing for 300 and these tinkers and these touchdowns, it's going to be tough to get him up out of here.
Talking Bills after the break. First things first.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.